Howdy everyone. Welcome to This Old Vegan. My name is Merlene Vassell, and in this video I'd like to talk to you about why I decided to write the Vampire and the Vegan series of novels. When I was a child, I really enjoyed reading fiction. I lived near the Brooklyn Public Library's main branch, and I would go there every week and take out 10 books, which was the maximum. I would read them all and go back and get another 10 books. I loved to read because it took me away to different worlds. And also a lot of the stories that I read helped to shape my moral development through the stories and the choices that the characters made. In addition to loving to read, I also wanted to write. However, I didn't know what to write about. And as a child, I would look at TV when they would show a writer just sit down with a piece of paper or sit down in front of a typewriter, and just suddenly stories would come forth and they would write them out. So I thought that was how to write stories. So I would try that, and I didn't know what to write about. Of course, later on as an adult, I realized that that was completely unrealistic. So I read a bunch of books about how to write novels. And I had an idea for this post-apocalyptic novel that I was going to write, and I actually did a lot of work on it. But then I realized, having never written a novel before, the plot that I had come up with was way too complicated, so I gave up on that book, at least for the time being. However, I've always loved vampire stories, vampire movies, vampire TV series, because in general I like monsters, but vampires are pretty much the only monsters that come across as sexy. So I found them to be particularly intriguing. And one day I was just thinking about vampires and thinking about veganism, and the idea occurred to me, what if vampires ate humans because humans eat animals? And from there, the plot of the first novel in the series, Food, that's where that plot was hatched. Because I felt that stories had played such an important role in my life, and that I had learned so much through the stories of other people, I thought that it would be an intriguing idea to share veganism with whoever might be interested in reading my novels through a hopefully compelling and somewhat sexy and romantic story of a female vampire living in the Washington, D.C. area who meets up with a vegan who does not meet her dietary requirements. And through that relationship, she begins to learn about veganism and also to think about her habit of killing and eating humans. Although writing a novel is difficult, there are a lot of aspects of it that I really enjoyed. In particular, I enjoyed putting together the plot, which rather than plotting out in an outline, I did in chart form. And I also liked the process of coming up with different characters and then having to force myself to view life through the eyes of the different characters, and also to try to speak a little bit differently as each character based on what their background was. All of that was challenging, but it was also a whole lot of fun. So now that I've shared a little bit about my journey in writing The Vampire and the Vegan, I'm very curious to hear of the role that fiction has played in your life. Goodbye for now. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.